Hello everyone. So in this video, I'm quickly going to tell you about how to do a local setup or Google Cloud setup. I think let's start first with Google Cloud setup. If you all have your Gmail ID, then good. If not, create a new Gmail ID and then we will create a free setup. It's a free. We are not going to pay anything. Okay. So first we will log into console.cloud.google.com. Okay. Let's log into this URL. Now you are logging first time. So logging in, it will ask you to agree and continue. Do click on it and see, get started with Google Cloud Platform 90-day $300 free trial to get you started. Always free product to keep you going. So, okay, so we'll click on try for free. Yes, I will click. I have read and agree and continue. So it will start your free trial. Also, if you read here that it will ask you about your credit card details so that to make sure it's not you are not a robot and there will be no charges paid. So I have entered my credit card detail for my account and right now also it is free because I've created last week only. I'm not going to create again. So I'm showing you this so that you can do same steps. Click on continue and then you can enter your details. Okay, what type of account you can put it business or I would prefer individual and then your card detail and say start my free trial for 90 days. You will have this free trial and after that you won't be charged. Just don't use this account or if you can pay you can use this, otherwise don't use. There'll be no charges. So let me go to my account. So I have done all those information. I have added those information. Now what next I have to do? Login done, agree done, added my information in profile or card details. Then on left menu I will activate few APIs. So let's go to left menu. So this will be your dashboard once you log in and once you enter your profile. It will create a by default my first project for you. So we are going to use this only. Go to left menu. You will see compute here. Go to app engine and then on dashboard it will ask you to enable this API. You can click on enable. Right now it is showing create application because I have already enabled it. Similarly, you will see storage here. We don't need to go for storage, database, networking, operations, tools, big data. Yes, here we are interested. So go for data proc and it will ask you to enable this API and click on enable API. Okay. So once you entered all your detail, it will create your first project. You need to enable your compute Google API from the left menu as I told you. Then data proc API. Okay. Similarly, network management API. Here will be your the network API, VPC network. Okay, there are a lot of other services if we need, and since these are free for 3 months, we'll use this. AI, we don't need AI right now. See, in this way, it will ask you enable AI platform. So stop the video, do these steps right now, and then continue. We will do this together. We'll learn quickly. Okay, stop the video. and enable APIs, do whatever steps we have already done. Then we will continue. Now, I hope you all have logging, added your credit card details, you have started your free trials. You can always check in billing section. Let it get load. Yeah, in billing section, nothing is charged. As well as if you scroll down, you will see here free trial credit as well as the end date of your free trial. So we'll not upgrade, will not pay, we'll just use for free because we are going to learn it quickly. Now, I told you to enable computer app engine API, then networking, okay, and big data. Oh, where is big data? Yeah, data pro. In data pro, go to clusters, and clusters. Let's create a cluster. You can name it as like my first project, Spark project. Okay, you can don't give space or capital letter, just a Spark project. Location, let it be standard, one master and n workers we want. Auto scaling, let it be none. Now component, mark it as true. Please give attention, you have to mark it enable component gateway true so that we can open the web interface of this cluster. Now enable Hive, then Zookeeper and HBase. Okay, for now let's enable these three and we are good. So don't click on create. So we have to set up a cluster. Now we'll configure it. Configure in the sense, first is master node information. In master node we need 4 cores and 15 GB RAM. Okay, we don't need 500, 100 is enough. Then we will have worker nodes. For worker nodes we'll go with 2 CPU and 7.5 GB RAM. That much is enough. Okay, again only 100 GB. That's it. Click on create. Network configuration, we don't need to do any network configuration here. So click on create. I already created a cluster. So I'm clicking on cancel. You just click on create. Once you click on create, you will see entry here and you will see here provisioning. Since we are using 90-day free trial, so we don't need to pay anything. We already got $300 free credit. That is much enough. So our cluster is starting. I hope your cluster is also getting started. So pause the video meanwhile and do your step as well in middle of our waiting period. Okay, my cluster is started. Now let me explain you things. Cluster, create cluster, refresh, start, stop, delete. Once we use it, we'll delete it. We'll not only stop, we'll delete it. Click on this name. I am keeping my name as Udemy1. I think you have named it as Spark project, right? So here click on web interface first. I told you to enable component gateway, right? So that you can access this UI. So yarn resource manager, MapReduce, server, and Hadoop. Let me show you Hadoop also. So when your cluster comes to running mode, wait for 5 more minutes so that these URLs get activated. It takes 2 to 5 minutes after your cluster comes to running state. Yes. Click on utilities, browse the file system. This is your Hadoop file system. We will create a directory here slash your name and datasets. We will keep all our CSV and XML and JSON file which are called as raw dataset here. I've already created it. How I created it? Let me show you again. So you might have landed on root page. Just new name slash dataset, and there will be an option of create directory. Wait. So Anshul, and here inside it has created directory called as results. We are going to use this. So I was explaining you this web interfaces. We have configuration, we have machine information. We selected one master and two worker node. So we have created our cluster, big data cluster. Now let's log into this big data cluster, because once we have this login shell, we can run Unix command or the Spark command, and we can start our practical. So click on this SSH, open in browser window. So if you are familiar with Putty or Super Putty, where we do SSH to machine and run Unix commands. Similarly, we will get a shell on this browser itself, Chrome browser itself. Pause the video and try to reach here. If you are facing any issue, message me. I'll reply you as soon as possible. Now I am logging to one of the machine of my cluster, of my big data cluster. I will run ls minus lart. Okay, there is nothing here. So if you run command env, you will see a lot of information here. Kafka, then Hive Metastore, HBase, HDFS, Spark. So everything is installed here. You don't need to do anything, right? How to confirm if Spark is installed or not? Just run command spark-shell. So just like Unix shell, just like Hive shell, we have Spark shell. Do note that in this browser console or in this browser putty, you don't have scroll, so it might be difficult to scroll up. See, it is giving you a web UI URL here. So when you select it, automatically get copied and is clearly saying Spark version 3.1. My Spark shell is launched. How to exit from Spark shell? :Q. See, it's a second or third video only of this course, and you know how to set up freely without paying anything, without much configuration. You can do practical of Spark. So this was our cluster. Now we know how to log in to that machine, as well as now we know where are the web interfaces, what are my machine names, and I told you about this URLs, right? So on right now I run a command Spark Shell. When you run it, you will also launch a application, Spark application, and you will see that Spark application details here. I just refresh this Yarn Resource Manager link and see Spark Shell finished because I have logged out, right? I clicked on colon Q. I entered this application. This was my application ID 001, right? 001. So I can see detail of this Spark application here. So I've done a setup where I have everything: Hive, Hadoop, Spark, and I can do practice on any machine. I don't need my local machine as well, right? So in next video, I am going to tell you how to do this setup in a local. Okay. So before that, try that you have Hadoop in your local machine, whether it's a Unix or Windows doesn't matter, but at least try to have Hadoop. Even if you don't have Hadoop, no need to worry. We will keep our data on local machine on local FS. See you next.